Hello everyone, welcome to my newest live stream where we will be talking about aliens, Cleopatra, and Jordan Peele in his new movie called Nope, which Lamarr saw today or last night and told me about it. And here I am, Cleopatra, new Cleopatra, to tell you about it even more. So Lamarr is taking the day off further. Unfortunately, I had some other stuff I didn't get to film, so that allows Lamarr to take another day off. Unfortunately, if you've been looking out for extra content on my second channel on YouTube, I didn't post episode 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race because I fell asleep last night, but I will get to it today. Alright, so look out for that as new Cleopatra, and also I will be reviewing the Jordan Peele movie Nope on my second YouTube channel. By the way, that second YouTube channel is called... hold on. Lamarr Does Life. So if you are not subscribed to that channel, definitely subscribe over here. This is where I post all my extra content. Of course, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel you're watching right now. Hi Diana. Hi Jessica. How's everyone doing? Also, make sure that if you want a personal reading, you reach out to me for a personal reading. I am a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. So if you'd be interested in a reading from me, definitely check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, or you can text me at 703-791-9162 for a reading, or email me at lamarr.townsend@gmail.com. Phone readings do have same-day priority, and also this is my website. So once you reach this page right here, this is my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. You can definitely scroll down, read the reviews, check me out. Check out my other social media pages, become a member of my Patreon. Also become a member of my YouTube channel. Scroll down, read the reviews from people who have purchased readings from me, of course. Also check out my Instagram and Facebook. And if you would like a reading, go to the store section. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, and products that I do offer. If you have purchased a reading recently and you're waiting for your reading, it will be coming soon. Sorry, I've been very busy lately. Oops, there goes my shirt. Okay, I'm just kidding. I do birth chart readings, compatibility birth chart readings, individual birth chart readings. I do mediumship readings if you want to connect to those who have passed on. I do past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I do phone psychic tarot readings, email psychic tarot readings, video recorded psychic tarot readings where I record myself doing your reading and then email you the download link for you to keep that reading. I also do classes, astrology classes, spiritual development classes, tarot classes, candles, like I said, and so much more. So if you'd be interested in any of these things, definitely check out my website once again, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. And welcome everybody. Child, this wig cap is already giving me a headache, okay? But I look good today. So how's everyone doing? I'm so ready to see Nope. Yeah, so I'm gonna post a review. I'm gonna try not to post spoilers, but it was a pretty good movie. It was pretty good. Diana says, "Girl, I accidentally fell asleep last night. It's a good thing you upload your lives." Yeah, no, we went live for a long time last night. We went live for till 4 a.m. Well, at least here in Virginia, it was 4 a.m. by the time I got off live. So we had a lot of fun last night, and I kind of want to, piggyback off that live because we talked about a lot of stuff yesterday that I want to talk about today. Diana says it looks so good, especially with these alien lives. It's such a vibe. Yes. So, yes, you guys, it's not a wig cap, it's your scalp, girl. It's my scalp, honey. Yes, it's my scalp, and my scalp is giving me a headache right now. But I used a different foundation today, so I feel like I look a little bit different, but kind of still the same. I didn't do my eyelashes, but I put on some mascara. Actually, I usually don't, because the way I do my eye makeup, it kind of looks like it gives the illusion that I have long eyelashes or something. So usually my eye makeup's enough, but I was like, let me add a little razzle dazzle today. And I did orange instead of pink, which doesn't come across on camera that as much as the pink did, but whatever. I was actually thinking about doing a tutorial of my makeup because, child, my makeup, it's like a whole bunch of layers, it's a whole bunch of steps. the first thing I have to do is block out my 5 o'clock shadow, and then I have to work, like, when it comes to my makeup, I have such a unique skin tone that I have to really work to create a unique skin tone. So I'm using like a dark shade, a light shade, and trying to figure out the middle ground, which is why I come out like looking good in terms of my skin tone. And then I have a little contour. I tried. It was a long process because I literally got back from the movies maybe like 2 hours ago. So as soon as I got back from the movies, I was like, I have to get like straight to my makeup, because I know my makeup. This is drag queen makeup, honey. So this is gonna take me a few hours. This probably took me an hour and a half, to be honest. All right. Are we having wine tonight? Of course, you know we're having wine. You know Cleopatra loves her some wine, honey. Lamarr loves her some wine too, but Lamarr is very professional. Lamarr is very, kind of uptight sometimes. But y'all know when Cleopatra's on the scene, we like to drink, okay? So if you have a drink, cheers out there, all right? Thank you for being here. This is Cleopatra. Once again, I'm taking over for Lamarr tonight. The reason why I'm taking over for Lamarr tonight is because it's my fault. I have to say, it's not Lamarr's fault. It's my fault because I didn't get to all the content I have to film. I meant to film yesterday, so I'm going to film it all today or tonight, which is good for you all because you guys get extra content from me. So it's a win-win, to be honest. You get to see me a second time and you get to get extra content. So we both win. Cheers. And don't judge. If you see a little bit of lipstick on here, don't judge, because my lips are very juicy, Yeah, drag queen makeup is... Oh, I love your look. Thank you, Abundance. I'm so excited I caught you. Hello. Hi, beautiful dreamer. Cleopatra's bougie with the wine. Clink, clink, baby. Yes. My reading was amazing from Lamarr. I need another. Yes, beautiful dreamer. Nucleo in the building. Yes, everyone. So, you guys. Okay, so I know some of you said you want to watch the movie Nope. And it was a good movie. I will say it was a good movie. I'm going to try not to spoil it, because there are some things I also want to talk about in my review. So I think in terms of the actual movie, I'll leave that for the review. But there are some things I kind of want to touch on in this live stream about the movie, because it relates to a lot of stuff we talked about yesterday. Now, you guys, first of all, the movie theater was packed. I was kind of surprised. I went to an 8:30 p.m. showing to go see, if you're just coming in, the Jordan Peele movie Nope. Hi, Kevin. How are you? So I went to an 8:30 p.m. showing. The theater was packed. The theater I went to was one of those theaters. I was like looking for the concession stand, but apparently the theater is one of those theaters where, oh my God, thank you, Jenny, for a $20 donation. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Take a drink. All right. Yes, honey. Okay. So I was looking for the concession stand, and I couldn't find the concession stand. Apparently, the theater I went to is one of those theaters where you sit down, and then you can have the food service to you. So I don't know if you have one of those theaters where you live, honey. I didn't buy anything because I knew it would be too expensive, and the ticket was $14 alone. So I was like, child, I remember when it was half this price. Anyways, so I get a little late. What's my favorite? I want to take my son to see it. You know what's funny, Jessica, is I was sitting next to two young people. I was sitting next to someone who looked like they were maybe in their like early 20s, and then I was like sitting next to like a little teenager. So I was like, oh my God, like there's like young, and there's so many different ages and ranges of the teenager was with his parents, and both were black. So I felt really comfortable, right? No shade. But it was very comfortable. You pack your purse? Yes. It's good to pack your purse, all right? Now, I didn't go to the movies. This is all what Lamarr told me, all right, when he went. But yes, packing your purse when you go to the movies is very important, all right? Especially if you don't want to pay theater price, stuff. What's my favorite theater snack? So I have to have a Coke. I'm one of those people that when it comes to a Coke, hi, honey. Yes, no work. When it comes to like a Coke, I like a lot of ice. Now, I know a lot of people don't like a lot of ice or any ice at all. I don't understand that personally, because the ice keeps the Coke cold the whole time. Now, if you take forever to drink your Coke, I feel bad for you because it's going to go flat. But ice makes me drink my Coke faster because it keeps it cold. I like the ice. You know, I don't know. I just like a whole bunch of ice in my fountain drinks. All right? And it also does reduce calories. Just saying. You know. Anyway. So I say all that to say, Twizzlers are my favorite. I'll ask my questions after the story because this is interesting. Yes. I like soda and popcorn. That's it. Oh, I didn't even get to my, what else I like. So I like soda. I usually get a Coke. I like Fanta lately. I kind of grew up with Fanta. My dad's side loves Fanta. I don't know why. I didn't get anything at the movie theater though, but like in general, this is what I like. When I go to the movies, I'm not a candy person, to be honest. I'm not a sweet tooth person, but I do love to get the Crunch-A-Bunch. When I was younger, I used to really like the chocolate coated cookie dough bite. I think they're called cookie dough bites. When I was younger, I used to like those. Now that I'm older, I don't think so anymore. But I definitely probably at this age would still get a Crunch-A-Bunch and a Coke. I didn't this time though because I knew it would be expensive, and I feel weird. This is just me. I feel weird eating something when there's like people next to me and I feel like I'm making a whole bunch of noise, and I don't know, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get anything, but I got to the theater, I sat down, child. I love soft pretzels and nacho cheese. Fanta, Fanta, do you wanna Fanta? Yes. So you guys, about the movie. Now, I don't want to spoil the movie for anyone, so I definitely have to be mindful of how I say certain things, alright? We kind of already know that the movie is going to most likely be about something in the sky, right? Now, it's interesting because of, the commercials and Keke Palmer looking up and everybody looking up, and, there's, like, pictures of, a horse, floating in the air. It's a lot going on in the movie. Now, what's interesting is that last night during our conversation with Cleopatra mentioned something about the water, right? The water, the moon, the sun, and how necessarily, like, the sun isn't necessarily, like, an energy that certain extraterrestrials, like, work with or enjoy the best. That didn't necessarily show up in the movie, alright? But what did show up in the movie was, themes of what we were talking about last night, but still at the same time, I'm still processing everything that happened, but like, it was like a different take on it was a completely different take on what we were talking about last night. However, it's less focused on, once again, earthbound and more so airbound, right? But it's interesting because there were a couple things also that I've been saying that were showing up as themes throughout the movie that I've been saying for years now, that the extraterrestrials have the capabilities to actually do. Yes, and the horses were in the movie too. Yes, Jessica, the horses were very prominent in the story. All right, I won't spoil it. But there was also a prominent theme, and I'm not sure if Jordan Peele, Jordan Peele's name is in the title. I have to say, this was my first Jordan Peele movie experience. I did not see Us. I have not seen Us yet. I have not seen Get Out. I forgot what other movies he's done. But this was my first Jordan Peele movie theater experience. Now, I will say, and mind you, I'm going to give an in-depth review on my second YouTube channel. I will say that my favorite character probably in the whole movie was Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer slayed her role. Like, I love. I probably have not loved Keke Palmer this much since Akeelah and the Bee. And I know she's been in so many movies since then, but like, I'm talking about like memorable roles. She also had her own TV show a while ago, but we're talking movies, right? Hi D. Lou, how are you? Horses are transitional and spiritual animals. Yes. And it's interesting because I'm that person that takes forever to finish a Coke. Oh, Lord. Well, you probably are not someone that enjoys a lot of ice in your Coke, I'm assuming. Now, what's interesting, you guys, is that there were also some other themes in the movie that we've been talking about for a while. A couple days ago, we were talking about Scream 3. We were talking about trauma, right, in Hollywood. Now, it's an interesting theme, and I don't think I'm giving too much away when I say this. There's an interesting tie into, like, Hollywood, themes of Hollywood in this Nope movie, right? that have really got me thinking, like, deeper, in terms of what's really going on here, right? Especially like the overall arching theme. I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, it took me back to my like my college years, taking college classes, learning like the history of cinema. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that's how in depth this movie is. I feel like there's a lot of hidden things, hidden codes and messages. You can tell that Jordan Peele is a cinema student. Because we're literally talking about, if you've ever taken a marketing class or an advertising class or a cinema class, you know the history of cinema. You know the history of how, actually, capturing footage, not just camera footage, but, or not just picture footage, but like 3D footage, moving footage. You know the history of that and how that started. And how that started with horses, right? Now, once again, I'm not going to spoil too much for you, but once again, I did say earlier, there are a symbol of horses in the movie. So now I'm thinking, what is really the meaning of horses? Now, Beautiful Dreamer did bring up a good point that watching your lives has become part of my nightly routine. Yes. I know at Dreamer, Beyonce has used them as well. Wait, looking good, Lamarr. Hi, Lucille. It's an ancient symbolism. Yeah, horses, like you said, Beautiful Dreamer, are spiritual and transitional symbols in terms of animal totems. So, I wish I could tell you, like, I wish I could go more in depth with you all, but I really don't want to spoil the movie. Oh my god. So it just got me thinking about last night and how we were talking about, the need to stay away from, like, certain bodies of water at night, because there may allegedly be certain extraterrestrials lurking in the waters with alligators, and I did mention something about birds, too. This was all before I saw this movie, right? So this movie confirmed a lot of stuff that I talked about last night. But it also brought up some interesting points as well, some other layered points as well that we haven't quite touched on, that I'm hoping to touch on along with Cleopatra. Once again, if you haven't seen Nope, I'm not going to spoil it for you in this video. I'm trying not to spoil it for you, but once again, you probably would do well. Don't watch it now, but at the end of this live, once we finish this live, go watch yesterday's live stream where we talk about we have a conversation with Cleopatra, and we have a in-depth talk about aliens and UFOs and extraterrestrials, and once again, that is also a big theme. Without giving too much away, as we all know, this isn't giving anything away. That is also a big theme in this movie, Nope, by Jordan Peele. All right. Let's talk about Jordan Peele's mind. All right. Can we talk about it? I think horses can be seen as messengers. It depends on the color present. Yes. Color was a big point too in this movie, Jessica. That was a big point. Color. Will the aliens hurt us? Well, that's an interesting point. Alright, let's talk about that. Do you guys ride? They transmute your energy. That's why they're used for trauma, addiction, and anxiety therapy. You become one as you ride. It's a very beautiful experience. I don't ride, but horses, after watching this movie, I think I have a different view of horses. When I was in high school, I've seen horses up close. Like, close where I can touch them. They are freaking humongous. And the fact that they're so big frightens me. I can't handle it. I can't handle an animal that's bigger than me. And horses are typically bigger than you. So that kind of frightens me for some reason. So that's a fear I need to work through. But once again, after this movie, I have a different view of horses. Now, I think we need to look at the actual, like, animal totem meaning of horses. But before we do that, let's talk about Jordan Peele's mind, alright? Now, Jordan Peele, just by watching this movie, has a very interesting mind, alright? The way he thinks, the way he drops certain things in, the way you can tell he's a cinema student, just based on, like, the plot of this movie, You know, it talks about like washed up artists, washed up, you know, cinema people, movie actors and stuff like that, television personalities. You know, it talks about, you know, capitalism and how anyone will do anything for money, right? You know, all things that we in this day and age associate with like bringing down society, you know. But then there are other things going on outside of ourselves that could potentially, if we don't control it, bring down society even further, right? That's kind of the gist or the theme of the movie. But once again, it goes right into what we talked about yesterday. Now, it's interesting because, once again, this movie about extraterrestrials, UFOs, aliens, is coming out in this day and age of 2022. I don't think it's a coincidence that Jordan Peele wrote this movie, decided to put out this movie in 2022 in this day and age. As I always say, art imitates life, right? So there's always a little bit of truth to art. Just like, you know, comedy is an art. There's always a little bit of truth to a joke, right? One of the themes of the movie as well was secrecy and using certain knowledge to one's benefit, but how that knowledge can backfire on you. JP has a brilliant mind. Yes. He speaks esoteric too. Not everything is face value. Yes. Exactly. It also spoke, and that's a good point, it also spoke in a way how, like, esoterically the movie spoke about how you think you can trick spirit, but really you can't trick spirit, and there's always a higher power that you have to answer to, right? I mean, there were a lot of different layers to this movie, but it also spoke of, the movie Nope by Jordan Peele, if you're just coming in, also spoke of, like, the fear of the unknown, fear of what we don't know, right? It's interesting, the more we found out as the movie went on. I can't speak about anyone else in the movie theater, but the more the movie went on and the more we found out. Now, there were some plot holes, I have to say. It's not a perfect movie by any standards, but the more we found out, I was like, okay, I'm less fearful, you know, about what's going on now. Now that I kind of know what's going on, I'm less fearful, right? Which speaks of the more educated you are, right, the less fearful you become. However, it can backfire in terms of the more educated you become, the more ignorant you actually become. Which is signified by one specific character. I won't say their name, but we'll say that he's a Hollywood producer or director or something like that, who at the end of the movie makes a very dumb decision, okay? And I still don't understand why he did what he did. But anyways, alright. There were themes of sacrifice in this movie, alright? There were themes of exploitation in this movie. TMZ was in this movie. Literally, TMZ was in this movie, right? Paparazzi. You know, it's interesting how Hollywood ties into this movie and how certain things can be spun for our entertainment, right? Also a big clue and giveaway for the movie. But how at the same time entertainment can be the same giveaway or the same way that gets you sucked up into something even deeper, right, than you can imagine. Or in this case, this movie, even more horrible than you can imagine, right? And how maybe certain people don't always have your best self-interest at heart. They're literally feeding you to the sharks, right? Once again, not giving anything away of the movie, right? So it's interesting how Cleopatra last night, I hope the aliens took Harvey Levant. Yeah, unfortunately he wasn't in the movie. but that would have been nice. Now, it's interesting last night that we were talking with Cleopatra, and Cleopatra was saying that, you know, all is not as it seems. We are not necessarily being told the truth. It may seem like the powers that be are in control, but they're actually not in control. And it's interesting how that once again played into this movie, you know? Now, it makes me go back to, like, the Alien movie, you know, like, you know, the 1976 movie or whatever with Sigourney Weaver. It makes me think of that movie. It makes me think of, like, 2001 Space Odyssey, you know, how certain things have been peppered in, but the truth is always, you know, somewhere hidden for us to discover. Now, the movie itself, I would give it probably a 3 out of 5, to be honest with you. I can tell that Jordan Peele, once again, just from the movie, my first Jordan Peele, hi, Fairy Waters, just from my first Jordan Peele experience, I have to say that, you know, I can tell he's an amazing director. I can tell he has, like, a lot of growth ahead of him. I'm excited to see how he grows as time evolves, because mind you, if you're just coming in, I watched the movie Nope tonight, and this was my first time watching a Jordan Peele movie, ever. I haven't ever watched Us, I haven't ever watched Get Out, right, or anything like that. So, tonight I went in fresh. Interesting plot for a movie, yes. Cleopatra in the House, Empress, High Diamond Prince, or High Diamond Oracle, hi everyone. So yes, tonight was my first time having a Jordan Peele experience. He's a great filmmaker, you can definitely tell, but there's still some growth. You know, the plot left a lot to be desired, I have to be honest. He could have taken a lot farther. Now, to be honest with you, you know, like I said, I will give an in-depth review on my second YouTube channel, Lamarr Does Life. I'm going to try not to spoil it too much there either. Maybe I will give more spoilers in there, I don't know, I'm going to have to figure out, but that's how I feel. Now, what's interesting, now, once again, if you haven't watched last night's live stream, you're probably going to want to have to watch last night's live stream. Not now, because we're going to get more in-depth, even more in-depth right now, honey. Child, you better grab your drink, honey. We're about to get more in-depth, okay? Even more in-depth than we've already gotten now. However, I know that Journey sent questions, so I don't know if, Journey, do you want me to answer your questions now, or would you like me to continue this show first? Alright? Oh, it's not sending messages? Oh, it's probably blocking them. Hold on. Oh, I don't see any blocked messages, actually. So. I can see how the last 6 years inspired. Team it. Whichever you want. You know, I prefer to go on with the show because I'm already on a roll. So let's just continue with the show for now. Alright? So, I want to channel Cleopatra. However, before we channel Cleopatra, I do want to pull up the spiritual meaning of horses. The spiritual meaning of horses. I'm pulling it up on my phone. It says the spiritual meaning of a horse was considered to be of courage, integrity, perseverance, and power. Excuse me, my nose is stepped up. In the Chinese zodiac, the symbolism of horses is powerful as it conveys the spirit of nobleness, faithfulness, and without a match. Interesting. I'm still confused on how horses ties in to the themes of this movie, but now that we've gotten that out of the way, it is different in the Bible. Okay, let's look up the biblical meaning of horses then. What is the biblical meaning of horses? You know what? I will say the movie actually starts with a Bible verse. I forgot what the Bible verse is, but it starts with a Bible. Well, it starts... Actually, never mind. Alright. Biblical meaning of horses. Biblical horses symbolize war, power, and glory. They are referenced as symbols of force, strength, and the status of a king or country. When peace comes over a territory, the horses are put away. That more so definitely ties in with the what I saw tonight in the movie Nope by Jordan Peele. Alright? That hits home. Biblical horses symbolize war, power, and glory. They are symbolized as symbols of force, strength, and the status of a king or country. When peace comes over a territory, the horses are put away. That says a lot about the movie without giving it away too much. Alright. So now, I want to channel Cleopatra and see what she has to tell us even further now that I've watched Nope. And now that Nope is out, and themes of the sky, UFOs is going on, what is going on exactly here, Cleopatra? Let's get more extrapolation on last night. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing forth the energy of Cleopatra. Thank you for protecting Cleopatra's energy. Thank you for protecting the energies of those watching. My energy, thoughts, mind, and emotions. Thank you for cleansing the space of any and all negativity, so that Cleopatra can feel comfortable talking with us, expressing with us her thoughts. And thank you for allowing Cleopatra to tell us whatever else she needs to tell us about what is going on in the state of the world when it comes to UFOs, extraterrestrials, and all things of this nature. So the first thing she's telling me is to move my fan, because I have my fan right here. So she wants me to move it so she can sit down. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Oh, can you screw that in? I didn't even know you could do that, Cleopatra. Thank you for showing me that. Cleopatra's always showing me things, you know, that like little things I miss. Thank you for that, Cleopatra, because I did not know you could do that. Okay, Cleopatra. Okay, let's just describe how you look. Your makeup is done very unique today. It's very 3D. It almost gives me the energy that I feel like in ancient Egyptian times they knew how to highlight. Because her eye makeup is done very elaborately, but it's highlighted by like white. Almost like in today's time, you know, like how I have highlight here, I have highlight here. Her makeup is done very elaborately, like it's very like, I don't know, it's very geometric, but there's certain highlights, which gives it almost like a 3D effect. Her eyebrows are done very nicely. I think in ancient Egypt they were more advanced in makeup than we think or thought. Because her makeup is very like, her makeup is better than mine, to be honest with you. Obviously, right? She says, well, you're baby Cleopatra, that's why. She has on like a gold caftan. It is see-through, but underneath she has on like a gold like gown that's pleated. It looks pleated. She almost looks like she's nursing. I don't know what that means. It's almost like she's nursing a baby or nursing a child. What does this mean, Cleopatra? She says a midwife. I don't know. I feel like, Cleopatra, were you once a midwife, or did you like midwife? Were you a midwife? She says they don't tell you that in the history books, that she was a midwife. I feel like she was a midwife for her close friends, or she knew how to be a midwife, or something like that. Like, she knew about nursing children. She had a son, yes. I feel like from nursing her own children, but she keeps saying midwife, midwife. Anyway, you look gorgeous. Her nails are done. Of course, she has like a headdress. Her hair is done in a simple bob, no braids today. And it does look like a wig. I'm not sure if you were wearing a wig yesterday, but this looks like more a wig than yesterday, no shade. But I'm wearing a wig too, you know that. Alright. You look great though. She looks great. She has on blue eyeshadow. Once again, it's a bit highlighted. It's like highlighted. It almost looks 3D. I feel like she has a, some sort of symbol on her eyes. Like it's a symbol drawn out on her eyes. Anyways, I'm sorry. Cleopatra, I wish you could draw what you see. I wish I could too, right? She has brown eyes. Very piercing brown eyes. Yes, I like calling her Baby Cleo. Cleopatra approves. She says, let's talk about it. Okay, Cleopatra. So, today I saw the movie Nope, which I feel like you kind of pushed me to see. Because the last movie I saw was 6 months ago. But I was like, no, I really want to go to the movies. I have to go see Nope. Let's go. I saw it, and it confirmed pretty much everything you were talking about last night. So I want to further extrapolate on, like, what exactly... I think my question is, to start this reading or conversation is... I want to ask about Jordan Peele and his role in, like, what's happening today. Does that make sense? Like, what is Jordan Peele's role in terms of movie making? Like, what was his purpose in putting out Nope? Was it what we're talking about last night, or what's going on here? Let's talk about it, Cleopatra. She's saying Nope was a production of 3 people. Like, something about brainstorming. Like, it started with 3 people, or it started with a certain amount of people, and then it moved into, like, almost production mode, or it moved in... She's showing me, like, a brainstorm. Like, almost like Nope started as an idea, and then moved into a movie, basically. I feel like Jordan Peele has either seen things himself, she's telling me or showing me, or he's heard conversations about people who have had their own extraterrestrial UFO experiences. Once again, and she's trying not to give too much away as well. She's like, pay attention to the setting of the movie if you choose to go see it. It's always in like a rural area where there's like a whole bunch of like land or grass, not much property or cities or anything like that. You know, it's usually always something along those lines, particularly in Hollywood movies, she says. She says it was a mix of different things. It was a mix of Hollywood tropes. It was a mix of how Hollywood can be used for good, but usually is never used for good most of the time, if ever. It was a movie about how the most unseemingly people can come together for a larger purpose of helping Earth or saving Earth. She kind of looks at to me, which we talked about yesterday too, right? It was a theme about how one individual, one seemingly unimportant, uninspired, unmotivated individual can truly be just as important in terms of saving the earth as anyone else, whether they're a part of Hollywood or not. She says it shows how Hollywood and entertainment is mostly just about greed and money, especially in today's age. How Hollywood and entertainment will spend anything for greed and money, especially in today's age. But how, even until the very end, until their last breath, Hollywood will also hide things for the purpose of greed. And it's not Hollywood that is going to save you. She looks right at the camera. Thank you, Lisa. She says it's not Hollywood that's going to save you. It's you that's going to save you. She says, she looks at me. She says, which we talked about last night as well. You are the one that's going to save you. She says everything we've been talking about these past few days ties into what we're talking about right now. Your trauma, your triggers. She says in this movie, aliens, extraterrestrials, UFOs were kind of used as a scapegoat or used more so as a metaphor. And she goes like that. She says it's not necessarily what the aliens are, the extraterrestrials, the UFOs are. It's what we perceive them to be. So she says if we perceive them as evil, then they're evil. Because we don't know what they are in actuality. But then she says, but you have to see how that plays into your daily life. Such as race wars or, wars between classes. She says there's a certain scene in the movie that plays on what's your fear of what you think an alien looks like. But the truth of what actually is happening in the movie, Nope, by Jordan Peele once again, is far greater than one can imagine. Hold on, Cleopatra. Beautiful Dreamer says, my dad and I seen one at 3 p.m. and it looked like the horizon split. And it just appeared we seen the veil pierced. It was awesome. Cleopatra says they hide in the clouds. Also another theme of the movie is that they hide in the clouds, She says the reality can either be far worse or far deeper than the perception. So she's almost giving me the energy like there's a perception that we have of extraterrestrial life and aliens, but then there's the reality of the situation. And she's giving me the energy that the two don't always match up. She says, and she kind of looks at the camera like, I don't know if these people have seen the movie. I don't care at this point. I'm Cleopatra anyway. She's like that. Can you take the movie literally? She says, no, absolutely not. You can't take the movie literally. It's more so a metaphor of something deeper going on, a cycle between what's going on in outer space, what's going on extraterrestrially, what's going on here on Earth between the powers that be and people underneath the powers that be in the cycle. She says that's what the movie was about, the cycle between The UFOs, the extraterrestrials, the powers that be, and the people underneath trying to maintain power, but constantly becoming more and more seemingly aware that they're really not in power. She says, why do you think they're trying to do certain things like create a second sun? She says, allegedly. Or go to the moon or go to outer space. So that we can become more advanced to deal with or combat that which is out there already and coming to visit us, or you. She kind of points to me, you really, not us, you. She's saying we can do, and we're doing all we can in the spiritual realm, but you also have to do what you can in the physical realm. You know, there's an interesting theme in the movie where last night we were talking about how the aliens, allegedly, the extraterrestrials, really like young blood, right? However, in the movie, I'll say that wasn't necessarily the case. The movie was a bit more different. And then Cleopatra points to me and says to point to the theme that no one is safe. You know, she kind of gives me the energy. She's like, you know, they always like point to the children and, oh my God, your children aren't safe. But no one is safe. You're not safe technically either. My nose is getting stuffed up. She says, now, it's interesting because in the movie, there were also a couple things you could do. She looks at me once again. She's like, in the movie, there were a couple things you could do. Remember? She's looking at me. Remember? Yeah, I remember, Cleopatra. She's like, there's a couple things you could do, however, to protect yourself from, she says, the invading intruder, right? She kind of goes, I want to tell you what one of them is, but I don't want to spoil it for you, but it ties into what we're talking about. So she says, I'm going to tell them anyway. One of the things that you could do to avoid the creature, she kind of goes, spoiler alert, is you're not supposed to look directly at it. She looks at me, but haven't we been talking about these past few days how you have to face fear directly in its face in order to overcome it? Now she goes, now I will say at the end of the movie, you see that happen in real time. What we talked about. She goes, there's little gems and little themes hidden in for you to break down. And once again, a lot of the things we've been talking about these past few days tied largely into this movie Nope by Jordan Peele. She goes, does Jordan Peele believe in aliens? Absolutely. Does Jordan Peele, is he someone that studies aliens? Absolutely. She goes, also, is this his last alien movie? Absolutely not. I live in the 6th area. The prophetess said 3 things. You're not lying. My mom said never look directly at it. She said this to me. I never know what it is. Doctor Who labeled the 3 episodes closely that before Torchwood. Child. Art imitates life, I'm telling you. She says another theme in the movie that we've talked about for a long time, many years now. She says on this YouTube channel here, kind of goes like this, you know, on this YouTube channel here, is we've talked about how the aliens and the extraterrestrials affect the atmosphere. And that is very clearly seen in the movie Nope by Jordan Peele. She looks at me dead in my eyes. She says, that was not a fluke. That, she says, is a big, big theme in this movie. The fact that extraterrestrials, UFOs, and aliens can change the atmosphere. She says, never forget that. She says, without this theme, this movie would not be this movie. Without this theme or this fact, she says, this fact. She says, not just a theme, a fact. Without this theme or this fact, this movie would not be the same movie that we're talking about today. Without the fact that the theme is tied into the movie, that the aliens, the UFOs, the extraterrestrials can change the atmosphere, and we've been talking about that for years now on this YouTube channel, she says, that was a big clue, she says. She also says that Jordan Peele wanted to go further with certain things, but the studio blocked him. She kind of goes like this. Stop right there. She goes just like that. Stop right there. She says, why do you think the studio blocked him? She looks at me. I know why. They didn't want the truth to come out. Exactly. She says they wanted a happy ending. She says if Jordan Peele had had his way, and mind you, I haven't seen, this is my only Jordan Peele movie I've seen. She says if Jordan Peele was allowed to have his way, a lot of his movies so far, and especially this movie, would be totally different. More brutal, more violent, more truths, more eerie, more sinister. She goes, but it's Hollywood. And she goes, that ties into Scream 3. And how Scream 3 has many, we were talking about Scream 3 a few days ago. She says, and how Scream 3 has those same themes of Hollywood. And how Hollywood can mess things up and play a deeper role in things than we really initially expect. Right, in Scream 3, Hollywood plays a large part in the whole situation of Scream. From Scream 1 to all the way to the current Scream we have now, Scream 5, right? So she says, ultimately, the premise of this is that Hollywood has their hands in some dirty, dark stuff, and they flip it as entertainment. Allegedly, she says. They flip it for your entertainment value, but they keep the truth hidden from you. She says, once again, hidden in plain sight. And she says also, pay attention to the movie, how the animals are smarter than the humans. And how it took the humans studying the animals to figure out what was going on. And the movie, once again, Nope, by Jordan Peele. She says, remember, just a few days ago we were having a conversation about how humans studied insects in order how to figure out underground layers and life underground. Cleopatra, wow. She says, think about it. Caves, cave dwellings, all things of that nature. It takes a human to study another creature to figure out what is going on exactly. And she says, I'll end there. For now, she says. She tells me to go blow my nose, so I'll be right back. I'm going to go blow my nose, and then we'll get to the questions. Make sure you guys like the video. Thank you all for being here. There's 31 of you in the room. Please like the video. Alright, Journey, what are your questions? After Journey is Kaylee. No, wait, after Journey is Kiera and then Kaylee. I'll let someone else go before me. Okay, we'll do Kiera's question. So Kiera, we're doing your question. Let's get into it. Remember, you guys, if you would like to donate for a question, hold on, let me find my lighter so I can sage the card. Oh, there it is. If you would like to donate for a question, it is $5 for one question. I do prefer PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. The information for PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo is in the description box below. I do also accept Super Chat as well. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of stuck in your past reading. Amen, amen, amen. Kiera's question is, for the Leo D'Angelo, feel for me, Capricorn. How does D'Angelo feel for Kiera? How does D'Angelo feel about Kiera? How does D'Angelo feel about Kiera? Thank you, Bro Science. How does D'Angelo feel about Kiera? I get the Two of Swords, so this is someone who definitely could be, maybe having second thoughts in some way, shape, or form, or could be hesitating in terms of making a final decision. I get the Queen of Pentacles, so this could be definitely you or someone else's energy, maybe. Definitely could be feminine. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. He could see you as someone who's independent. And able to provide for yourself, and maybe it's like you don't really necessarily need him. I get the Strength card. There's something, though, about, how, Leo is associated with the lion, and the woman here is, like, taming the lion. There's something about, like, you do have some sort of effect on him. Maybe you do strengthen his life or add to his life in a positive way in some way. But once again, he's still having some second thoughts, with the first card being the Two of Swords. Oh, you're a Capricorn, right. Alright, so I get the Page of Wands as your next card. Let's pull one last card. Page of Wands can be impulsive, and then I get the Knight of Wands. So I feel like he's someone that tries to, like, I feel like he's someone that tries to get you to, like, he tries to push your buttons or tries to get you to respond a certain way. So instead of him reaching out, he may do something to try to get you to reach out first. Like, he can be manipulative in some way. Does that make sense? But I feel like he thinks positively of you for the most part, but he definitely has a certain trait to him where, I don't know if you can fully trust him 100%. He can be a bit self-serving. Oh, he's famous. I'm trying to stay in the loop. Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense. Will definitely keep us updated. Alright. Let's move. I hope that makes sense, Kiera. Let's move on to Journey's questions. Journey's question is, the Death card came out for one of the days of my week for my next week. What did that predictor symbolize? He's too much, I think. Ciao. Been there, done that. Why did the Death card come out for Journey for one of their days of the current upcoming week? Why did the Death card come out for Journey? You are, you are. Womanizer, 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 womanizer. Born and try to run, it's just what you are. Born and try to run, it's just what you are. I think I got makeup on my nails, or underneath my nails. Sorry. That sucks. Oh well. What did the death card mean for Journey? I get the 9 of Wands, so the death card can definitely mean maybe something you don't want to deal with, something that could involve a King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or masculine energy. The death card could be something that you know is looming or is a possibility, but you don't want it to become a reality. I get the 9 of Pentacles. I get the Judgment card. So whatever the death card is, even if it is bad or initially perceived as bad, it feels like it's something that is good for you in the end, or could be something you prayed for. However, I get the Devil card, so it may involve some sort of toxic connection to maybe people, places, or things. And I get the Knight of Swords, so it feels like to me, once again, it's related to some sort of change that you're going through right now. That it feels like involves something you've been praying for or hoping for, once again, or wishing for. But how this thing comes in may not necessarily be all hunky-dory or kosher or lollipops and gumdrops, alright? So it's like, be careful what you wish for. You might get it, and that's a good thing, but sometimes the way it comes may not necessarily be so pretty. So I hope that makes sense. Is it representing one's physical death? No, that's not what the death card means all the time. So Jenny's second question is overall energies, predictions, or outcomes for next week. What predictions or energies do you have around Jenny for next week, Spirit? I get the 6 of Cups, so 6 of Cups could be working well with others. 6 of Cups could be good synergy in terms of a relationship, even if it's a business relationship. I get the 4 of Wands. I get the 3 of Pentacles. You could be offered some sort of opportunity, or some opportunity may come across your path. You may question whether or not you have the time, energy, or effort to do so. I get a King of Swords. This could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, male or masculine energy. Maybe could be associated with this situation, or perhaps another situation. I get the 8 of Cups, so I feel like something may come up where you may have to question whether or not you have the time, effort, or energy to do it. You may, I don't know, I feel like you may want to stick to what you already are doing or know, or that may end up being your final decision anyway. I also get a King of Swords who could be prominent for you in the next week, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Alright. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What's your next question? When and where will my next vacation be? When and where will Jenny's next vacation be, Spirit? When and where will Jenny's next vacation be? Please make sure you like the video. Thank you. Thank you for your donation, Energy Maven. When and where will Jenny's next vacation be? I get the Page of Cups. I get the Wheel of Fortune. Whatever vacation you take, it probably will be a long one. Couple weeks, couple days, something like that. The World card. So you may definitely be thinking of traveling long distance, overseas, something like that. I get the Sun card, maybe somewhere sunny. Alright. And I get the Star card. So I feel like whenever you go on this vacation, it will align. It will be the perfect timing. It will work out, for you in a lot of ways. I feel like it won't be just you taking time off. I feel like it's kind of like the perfect time for you to take off in some way, shape, or form. So maybe definitely in the next 10 to probably 17 days or week. 10 to 17 days, 10 to 17 weeks, or 10 to 17 months. What's your last question? I found a gold crystal on the ground, which looks like it came from a pirate necklace. Why did this crystal come into my life? What does it symbolize? What is this crystal what is this gold crystal that Jenny found on the ground symbolize for them in their life right now? Hi, David. How are you? I'm trying to get through all these questions, child. I get the Page of Wands. This crystal can symbolize you taking action in some way, shape, or form. I get a King of Wands, which can symbolize being in control or power. Pyrite is also a fire stone. Wands are associated with fire. I get the Six of Cups, so I feel like this could be you working with others to achieve a goal. Maybe achieve a financial goal or professional goal in some way with the Ten of Pentacles coming out. And lastly, I get the King of Swords. So once again, maybe a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius male could be prominent in some way, shape, or form for you moving forward. But I feel like the pyrite is symbolizing wealth, abundance, and working with others to reach your goals. So after Journey is, I hope those answered your questions. I got makeup all over my thing. After Journey is Kaylee. Alright, so Kaylee's two questions are, I have been seeing a lot of shells recently. Do I have a connection to them? Does Kaylee have a connection to shells? I hope you're in the room, Kaylee. We've got to keep the show going. So I'm just going to breeze through these readings, you guys. So I hope you're here. Does Kaylee have a connection to shells? Why is Kaylee seeing shells recently? I get the Page of Swords. Do you have a connection to shells? I get the King of Cups. The King of Cups could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio male or masculine energy. I get a Queen of Cups, which are connected to water. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio male or female or feminine energy. So you could have a connection to them through someone else or other people, maybe shells. I get the Three of Cups. I'm not sure if this is like a past life thing or if shells are connected in terms of lineage or history for you, possibly even. I get the Five of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles. Are they connected to you? They could be connected to you, like, through lineage or other people. I'm not sure, like, if you're looking for a meaning, or I'm not sure exactly where this question is going, to be honest. Do you have a connection to shells? Yeah, I feel like there's a reason why they're coming into your life. For some reason, they could be connected to other people. So, I get a king and a queen of cups, so I'm not sure if you're a water sign, or maybe you want to ask, you know, grandparents, parents, you know, is there a connection to shells, and see if there's a history there. Does that make sense? What general reading or what general messages does Spirit have for Kaylee? What general messages do you have for Spirit? Or what general messages do you have for Kaylee, Spirit? What general messages do you have for Kaylee, Spirit? I get the Five of Pentacles, so you could be needing motivation, inspiration at this time. You could have like a loss of inspiration, motivation, or something. I get the... Why are so many comments now just coming in? I get the Six of Pentacles. I get the Two of Pentacles, so there definitely could be something about maybe wanting more abundance to come into your life, or more prosperity. I feel like you want to do certain things, but you may not always have the time, resources, energy to do so. It's kind of like you maybe need to organize your life, prioritize. I get the Ten of Swords. I feel like you maybe also need to push yourself a bit more. Maybe you need to have people around you who like are motivating or help push you as well. I get the Page of Cups. I feel like you're someone that needs inspiration. Let's pull the last card. And I get the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you're working towards the Nine of Pentacles. I'm not sure you're there quite yet. But I think you kind of need to kind of pep yourself up, give yourself a pep talk to get yourself here. Alright? Feeling secure in yourself, feeling secure in your money, your job, your work. I don't see you being quite there yet. Maybe the next 9 weeks, 9 months, maybe 9 days. I'm not sure your situation, but that's what I see. Alright. So I've lost track of who's come in and when, to be honest with you, because there's so many people that have come in. So I'm just going to go through the list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish all the PayPals, and then I'm going to go to the Cash Apps, because I lost track of all the people that came in. So we're doing the Linen Shop of Green Bay next. The Linen Shop, I don't know who this is. The Linen Shop's question is, I'm selling my property on the commercial market listing 11/1/2022. How will the sale go? How will the sale go of the Linen Shop's property on the commercial market? You're welcome, Kaylee. How will the sale go of Linen Shop's property on the commercial market? Spirit, what do you have to say about this? Oh, that's you, beautiful dreamer. Okay. I get the Temperance card, so this could be some good news. This could be being right where you want things to be, kind of being in a sweet spot. I get the Ace of Wands, which definitely could be action moving forward. I get the High Priestess, which is divine feminine energy. I get the Four of Swords. I feel like you could have maybe a woman come through and want to make an offer, but it may seem like initially it might not go through, or you might not hear from her or hear from someone, you know, who may be interested after a certain period of time. I would, in terms of selling the home or selling the property, not keep all your eggs in one basket. Just because someone says they want to make an offer doesn't mean you should take it off the market. You know, only until someone is ready to actually make an offer or makes an offer should you take it off the market. Once again, I don't have a home to sell, so I don't know exactly how this process goes, but this is what I'm seeing in the cards. Okay? So I feel like it may start well, but you're gonna need to not put all your eggs in any one basket, because you know the sale could be, anything could happen, like that song by, I forgot what her name is. Anything could happen. So I see. Let's say it was clarified by the temperance and judgment. That wouldn't represent a physical one, correct? Then I even clarified the judgment and got 10 of swords. See, this is why you need to take a tarot class or have a good tarot reader. Temperance card is actually a good card in terms of health, and I'm not sure what the judgment card would be in context to your question. The overall outcome of the card was the Empress, though. I usually understand the reads, but couldn't understand this one. Child. Alright, well, let's get to the Green Bay second question. Or the linen shop second question. I was warned about a man named Kurt with the man I'm interested in. Balance, get some water. Yeah, it can speak of balance, but it can also speak of other stuff, depending on the question and where it falls. But okay, your question is, I was warned about a man named Kurt with the man I'm interested in. I wonder if he's involved with his bro's murder. Only groomsmen suspected left, but super close. Is he dangerous? Okay, I'm a little confused, but... Is Kurt dangerous? I'm assuming is the question. Is Kurt dangerous? Is Kurt dangerous? I get the Knight of Cups. Is he dangerous? I get the Six of Cups. Is he dangerous to you? I'm not seeing so far. Maybe he likes you specifically. I feel like he may question whether or not you're like someone he can trust. Alright. So I think he feels what you feel. I think he feels you being suspicious about him. I get the Emperor. And I get the Justice card. So is he someone dangerous for you in particular? I'm not seeing that. That doesn't mean he's not a dangerous person. But no, I don't feel like I don't see him being necessarily a danger to you. Alright. So we're going to move on now to the Cash Apps. Tawanda's question is, Tawanda wants a general reading. So what general messages do you have, Spirit, for Tawanda? By the way, make sure you guys like the video. Thank you for being here. Earlier, we were talking about the Jordan Peele movie Nope, Cleopatra, aliens, and all different types of stuff. What general messages does... yes, it is Quartz, David. What general messages does Spirit have for Tawanda? His movies are so scary. Yeah, it was pretty scary. It had scary moments for sure. What general reading? I get the Death card. The Death card can speak of transitions, endings, evolutions, moving on from one thing into another, new beginning typically. I get the Page of Cups. Page of Cups could symbolize a child or someone young or new in your life. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I get the Hierophant, which can be morality. It can be a spiritual ancestor, a male spiritual ancestor. I get the Empress. I'm not sure if you're working with a male spiritual ancestor deity for money, abundance, prosperity, maybe. I get the Justice card, so I feel like if you are working with an ancestor, you want to be mindful of your connection with them. And, you know, just giving back, making sure you're giving offerings and stuff like that. Alright. And I get the Hangman. So, yeah, I feel like there's something, yes, I'm working with them. Yes, I feel like there's something where it's kind of like the energy of, okay, you've done the candle, you've done the spiritual work, you've given them their offering, you kind of just need to sit back and wait for whatever it is to manifest. Alright? Alright, so I hope that makes sense. Whether this is a spiritual deity or someone physically, once again, I feel like there's something about do your part and just leave it alone, let it manifest. Alright? So after Tawanda is Sydney. Sydney, Sydney Chanel, what's your question? Come on, lip, hair, and beat down face. Hi, Mona Nicole. Yes. Thank you all for being here. I have some more content to film later, so I figured I'd come on and drag, honey, as the new Cleopatra to finish off what I didn't finish last night. You're welcome, Celestial Earth Goddess. So Sydney is next, Sydney Chanel. After Sydney Chanel is Tamika. So Tamika, can you ask your question too? Sydney, Chanel, and Tamika. We'll wait a little while for them. After Sydney, Chanel, and Tamika, we'll get into the super chats. Sydney Chanel is, you better work all the way down to the floor. Will I receive my inheritance from my father? Will Sydney receive their inheritance from their father? Will Sydney receive their inheritance from their father? Do your thing on the Broadway. Wait, who are you talking to, Vaughn? Will Sydney receive their inheritance from their father? I get the 9 of Swords. Definitely may not be in the time frame that you hope or want. It may not also be the amount that you hope or want. I get the 5 of Cups. There could be maybe a lot of negativity or worry or fear around it as well. Maybe you've heard a lot of things about it, or your dad uses it to his advantage against you, maybe, or something like that, or other people do. I'm not sure. I get the King of Cups. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or masculine energy. This could be your father. It's possible he may have things buried as well. I feel like you'll get something. 9 of Cups could be like an heirloom. I don't necessarily see money. I get the Ace of Swords, so there could be information about it that comes through, or talks about it that comes through. I'll pull one more card. And I get the Hierophant. So, yeah, I feel like you could get something. I'm not sure if it's going to be how much you expect or hope, though. Alright. New Cleopatra's working hard tonight, right? Okay, next is, hey, it's Piper's question. Hi there, I'm Tamika. General messages for me concerning my neighbor crush. Lamarr made me sit all the way up in my bed. This look is epic. Thank you, Mona. So, Tamika's question is, general messages for Tamika regarding their crush, Spirit. What do you have to say about this? General messages for Tamika regarding their crush. Thank you, Bria, for your donation. Uh-oh. I get the Six of Swords, so I feel like communication is really important in terms of your neighbor crush. I would continue to communicate with them. Communication is key. Once again, the Ace of Swords comes out. So any chance you can get to talk with them, have a conversation with them is good. Even if it's just small talk. I get the Hermit, so I feel like, you know, you're going to talk, get to know one another, but you're still going to have this, like, gut feeling or questioning of, do they like me? Are they single? Like, or certain things like that. So I feel like don't rush the process with the Hermit card coming up. I get the Five of Pentacles. I get the Seven of Swords. Oh, you don't communicate currently? Well, you definitely need to communicate. I get the Seven of Pentacles. So, I don't know. I feel like communication is key here. But at the same time, I'm not sure if it's going to lead to anything substantial. You two may be in, you know, having different perspectives at this time. Or focus on different things or something like that. So, but it doesn't mean you can't communicate or get to know them. That's what I see. Alright, so let's get to... I know I haven't had time to pull out my brush, child. I'm just going from reading to reading. So, Bro Science sent a donation for $20, which is 4 questions. So, if you have other questions, Bro Science, please ask them. My living girlfriend, Libra, is moody sometimes and snaps. Me, Scorpio, I need some guidance. Thanks for your amazing... Just watched the movie Nope, it was awesome, and yay for another live chat. Yes, JJ, it was a good movie. We talked about it earlier in the beginning of the live. So what advice does or guidance does Spirit have for Bro Science about Bro Science and his living girlfriend Libra? I saw the purple brush about 5 minutes ago. None which y'all know what color it is. Alright. What message do you have for Bro Science about this Libra? I get the Nine of Cups, so I feel like when Miss Libra snaps, I feel like it would be best for you to go have fun, or maybe find a way to get the Libra to have fun, get the Libra to laugh, not take things so seriously. It doesn't mean everything is a joke, but you know, sometimes when you know you can get a laugh out of her, maybe get her to laugh, to loosen up, alright? Or you just go have fun on your own. Nucleo Patra brushes her hair better than me. Child. I get the Page of Swords, so... I feel like in those moments where she snaps, let her take the lead, you take the back seat. You let her be the lead. I feel like this, with the Six of Wands, will greatly benefit your relationship moving forward. And will give you leeway to work together. I get the Two of Swords. You may not feel comfortable necessarily, like... taking the step back or letting her wear the pants in certain instances, but I get the Empress, so I think she maybe just wants to live in her Empress energy and feel like an Empress. Alright. So maybe hear her out more. I get the Seven of Cups. Hear her out more and maybe do stuff where you can emotionally connect, because I feel like this is emotional disconnect. Alright. Does that make sense? I went back and looked at my old notes when you channeled Cleopatra a few months back. Good information. Yes. I know I've channeled Cleopatra so much I forget, you know, what we all talk about sometimes. So Energy Maven's question. I hope you got that answer, Bro Science. And if you have more questions, please send them. The good thing about my makeup, you guys, is that it gets better as the night goes on. I never have to worry about my makeup looking bad as the night goes on. So Energy Maven's question is, will I get the job with the surgical group in Grants Pass? Will Energy Maven get the job with the surgical group in Grants Pass? You wouldn't believe it, but this is many layers of contour and foundation underneath here. Can't tell, but ciao. If only you knew my process. I get the Page of Cups. Will you get the job with the surgical group in Grants Pass? I get the Page of Wands, which necessarily aren't bad cards. I get the Emperor. This could be definitely a decision maker in regarding to the situation, a male or masculine energy. I get the Three of Wands. You may want to keep your options open. Alright. Energy Maven. I get the Ace of Swords, so this could be some information or communication coming through. Enlightenment. Let's just pull one more card. I get the Three of Pentacles, so I don't know. I don't get it necessarily a yes or no. I get you may want to keep your options open. Alright. Hey, it's Piper. I had a private reading, and after a 12-month look back, he was 98% because one question went left field in real life. Awesomeness. Yes, thank you, beautiful dreamer. 98% is still good. I need that brush. It's the tip ends of the bob for me. I wouldn't be in drag if it was time consuming. Yeah, that's why I don't do drag that much. And when I do drag, I try to make sure that I have a lot to do. So after I get off live, because I haven't eaten all day, I probably will eat something. And then as I'm eating, actually before I eat, I'll probably film myself reviewing Nope by Jordan Peele. And then I'll post that on my second YouTube channel. And then while I'm eating, I'll watch RuPaul's Drag Race Canada. So that by the time I'm finished eating, I'll be able to upload or record that and upload that. That's how I'm going to work tonight so I don't fall asleep and can still enjoy my wine. Because you know, Nucleopatra loves wine. Nucleopatra loves to brush her hair. Alright. And Nucleopatra needs to get back to these questions, honey. Okay. Lamarr, where did you get that brush? I got this brush actually at Ulta. It's Olivia Garden. Apparently Olivia Garden is a really good brand, so. I use this brush when I have straight hair, or like when I straighten my actual natural hair. But I also, because it's good for fine hair, I use it for my wigs too. So. Alright, so, Energy Maven, will I see Noah K again? Will Energy Maven see Noah K again? New Cleopatra is a busy businesswoman. Exactly. Will Energy Maven see Noah K again? I get the 10 of Cups, so this definitely could be a yes. Such a cute brush. Thank you. I'm picking one up tomorrow for sure. It's really good. Does it have boar bristles too? I don't think so. Some of my hair is mixed in it, my real hair, and some of my New Cleopatra's hair. But no, I don't think it's bristled. I get the Empress. Will you and Noah K see each other again? I get the Ace of Wands. I get a yes. I feel like you two most likely will see each other again. I get the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like a yes. I'm going to pull one more card. You are looking gorgeous tonight too. Love the lip. Thank you. Yes. And then I get the Six of Cups, which is a yes. I feel like you and Noah will reconnect again. Alright. Speaking of lip, I need to put on a little bit more gloss. I need it to be more glossy. There we go. Alright. So after Energy Maven is Dilu. Hi, Amira. Dilu says, hi Lamarr, I'd like to know if my ex-friend Annie is jealous of me. She acts condescending and puts me down in subtle ways. I love a glossy lip. Me too. Is Annie jealous of Dilu? Is Annie jealous of Dilu? Thank you, JJ Rodriguez, for your donation. Is Annie jealous of Dilu? I get the Queen of Cups, so I get the Four of Swords. She definitely could be someone that compares herself to others. What's her name? I get the Nine of Pentacles. I get the King of Cups. Is she jealous? I'm not seeing necessarily jealousy, but I feel like she can compare herself to you and others. I don't get jealousy. I get like maybe competitiveness, and I feel like she can compare herself to you and others, which can be perceived as jealousy, but I feel like it's not the same thing. Does that make sense? Alright, Bria's next question is, I know the hell Cleo did not stop mid-read to refresh the lip balm. Baby Nucleo showing out today. Yeah, I need to actually go touch up my makeup. Hold on, I'll be right back, because I'm seeing some issues. Oops. Don't tell Lamarr. Alright. Child, I'm just breaking up all Lamarr stuff, honey. Alright. Yeah, I had to fix up my makeup. You probably can't tell what I did. Hopefully you can't. Okay. Are you gonna work or not? I mean, please. Sorry, you guys. I know Cleopatra. New Cleopatra's a little bit sassy. Alright. So, what's loud? So, Bria's question is. Sorry, my question is any information on my life purpose. What information, Spirit, do you have about Bria's life purpose? My makeup and sliding and melting, child. Oh, when Aries are mad. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. When you wear makeup, you have to set your makeup so that when you sweat, it like doesn't move. Does that make sense? I need to do a makeup I need to do a drag makeup tutorial for you all because, child, if you could see how many steps I go through to look this good, wow. Alright, so I get the Hierophant. The Hierophant can be spiritual. The Hierophant can be following the footsteps of a male ancestor or spiritual deity. Yes, the spray. I get the Four of Swords. I get the Sun card. I feel like the Four of Swords is you like not necessarily following trends of what other people are doing. I feel like the Sun card Sun card does speak of purpose. I feel like there's something about like a male ancestor or a male figure that is either a mentor for you, or is a mentor already, or is meant to be a mentor. It just feels gross in the heat. I wear lipstick in summer if I leave the house. Yeah. And then I get the Eight of Pentacles. Alright. So, I feel like your purpose falls in line maybe with a male figure in your life. Or there could be a male who could be prominent in terms of helping you with this decision, or helping you with your purpose in your life. It could be spiritual. Eight of Pentacles could be like working a job, working a career. And then I get a Queen of Swords. This would be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, feminine energy. So one of these people could be you or something like that, but that's what I see in regards to that question. Alright. Alright, after Bria is you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Alright, so JJ Rodriguez says, I'm an Aries. How can I strengthen the bond relationship with my Gemini and Pisces siblings? How can JJ Rodriguez strengthen their bond and relationship with their Gemini and Pisces siblings? What do you have to say about this, Spirit? You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. How can you strengthen the bond and relationship with your Gemini and Pisces siblings? I get the Pisces, or the Page of Cups, which can be Pisces energy, specifically, and Gemini. I get the Page of Wands. This could be you as an Aries. I feel like maybe your siblings are similar. I feel like you all may have a lot in common, actually. I get the Devil card. There could be some toxicity, though, or differences between the two of you, or all three of you. I feel like you need to meet them at where they're at and find the commonalities between the two of you, or between all of you. If one of them likes, you know, I don't know, going out to baseball, maybe do that with them more. You know, get more into baseball with them or something like that. I get the Nine of Pentacles. I think it's also important for all of you to have individualism. Alright? And your own unique interest and personalities. And to encourage that in each other. I get the Ten of Swords. I don't know how super duper close you all will be. But I think just, you know, in terms of strengthening the bond, I feel like it will happen. It could happen. It will happen, you know, but there's like, I don't know, the Devil card, the Ten of Swords. I feel like don't force anything where, you know, it's not meant to be. And I feel like just meet them where they're at. Like, find commonalities between you and them. If you like watching certain movies, maybe say, hey, let's watch this movie together. You know? Does that make sense? Start small and then build your way up. Alright, so we got through all the super chat. So I think we're going to go to the Cash Apps really quickly. And then the PayPals. So Eric Vamos is next. Eric Vamos, I hope you're in the room. Eric Vamos wants a general message. So what general message do you have for Eric, Spirit? What general message or messages do you have for Eric? Child, I made that movie ticket I spent tonight and back and double with all these questions y'all sent me tonight, honey. I can go watch another movie tomorrow. Lord have mercy. Alright, let's see what general messages Spirit has for Eric. I get the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles can be dividing your time and energy between different responsibilities. I get the Three of Swords. I get the Four of Wands. You may be getting out of a situation, or you may not be getting out of a situation which you feel you deserve. So you definitely may need to reconsider, particularly if you're working with others or someone else, or if you feel outcasted in terms of a group. Alright. And then I get the King of Cups, so I'm not sure if this is you or someone else. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or masculine energy. Let's pull one more card for Eric. And I get the Page of Cups, so I feel like networking is very important for you. Networking with the right people is very important for you. And not being afraid to maybe move on from what's not working for you. All right, is important for you at this time, Eric. I hope that makes sense. Abyssinian, what is your question? You're next. And then after Abyssinian is Amira. And then I think we'll be up to date on the reading. So if you guys want any last minute questions, make sure you send it to PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. I do prefer PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. The information is in the description box below for you to copy and paste. I do also accept Super Chat. I'm probably going to sign off soon because I do have extra content to film. And I cannot not film it tonight, alright? Or Lamar's going to be really mad at me, Cleopatra, alright? Because he's going to have to get in drag again for a third time tomorrow, and I know he doesn't want to do that, alright? So as much as he loves Cleopatra, and y'all too, alright? Abyssinian says, earlier today at work, a very good looking customer ordered, and I wanted to know his first impressions, thoughts about me. He continued to stare a bit, but my other colleagues was there with me also. Alright, so what were this person's first impressions of Abyssinian? The Abyssinian found very attractive. Amira, I hope you're here. Amira, please ask your question. I get the Page of Swords, so I feel like maybe this person was interested in talking to you or communicating with you. You may have been very polite, or you seemed polite. I get the Five of Pentacles. It's kind of, you know, this person's at work, so they can only be so, you know, personable with you before they put their job at jeopardy. I get the Two of Wands. I get the King of Cups, so I'm not sure if this was a person was a male or masculine energy. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or masculine energy. They could have found you attractive, definitely, but once again, there may have been boundary issues. I get the Seven of Cups, so they may have also been maybe asking things or doing things to try to get you to be in their eye line or for them to be in your eye line kind of thing. They may have also been distracted. You may have also been distracted. Lastly, I get a King of Wands, so maybe, I'm not sure who this is. This could have been one of the co-workers or someone else involved. This could be an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, male or masculine energy. So I get a lot of masculine energy showing up. So I hope that answered your question. I would have said something, maybe, you know, or been extra nice, you know. Alright, so Amira, your question is, hi, I'd like to know if I'll get this job at Fairing or a new job very soon. Will Amira get this job at Fairing, or will they get a new job very soon? Spirit, what do you have to say about this? I literally just did readings for a straight hour. No stop. Can you believe that? I mean, that's pretty much what I do for my job, so I'm like, I don't know. I'm not even really that tired. But I'm definitely going to drink my green drink, because, child, I'm going to need it for the rest of the night. Well, you get the job. I get the King of Wands, so this could be, you know, maybe your energy associated with someone else's energy. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, male or masculine energy. I get the Page of Wands. Could be maybe a Sagittarius, Page of Wands. The King of Wands could maybe be an Aries specifically. Just one card, Spirit. I get the Chariot. So the Chariot is forward movement. The Chariot can be relocation. The Chariot could be good news, something coming towards you or you going towards something. So I feel like some good news could come in. I get the Lovers card, which could be a good connection. So I feel like if you don't get this job, you definitely will find something for sure. And I get the Page of Swords, probably within the next 6 to 7 weeks or 6 to 7 months, maybe the next 6 to 7 days. So in the meantime, I would keep your options open. Because I get the Hangman as the final card. So it's like, I don't know, the Hangman could be you sitting and waiting for something to come through, you know, but not being action oriented in the meantime. Alright? So I always recommend, you know, in terms of job searching, you know, keep searching, keep your options open until something solid comes through. And that's what I see for you, Amira. Alright? Does that make sense? Oh, you guys, we finally got through all those readings. Lord have mercy. That was a lot. And I am starving like, I don't know what. Like an alligator or an alien probably in the water is how hungry I am right now. I was irritated earlier due to some other news I had found out during work, so I wasn't even fully paying him any mind. Good night, Mona. He eventually talked to my other coworkers to ask for directions. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Abyssinian. A lot, but entertaining. Yes. Guys, look at the single 35 plus. Child. At 35 plus, they have to look good for me personally. If I'm going to keep myself, you know, looking good at 30, they have to look good at 35 plus. Just saying. Alright. Especially as new Cleopatra. Alright. Alright, you guys, I'm probably going to stay on for another 7 minutes. We're going to make this a 2-hour live. Yesterday we went for 3 hours, and I think that was what made me so tired yesterday. So, if any of you have any last minute questions, once again, send your donations. I do prefer PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. I will be signing off soon, so you will either have to get your live reading tomorrow or a personal reading, which is what I'm going to be doing as well later today. Some personal readings that people have purchased over the weekend. So this has been a very busy weekend, but I've actually had a very fun weekend so far. So I hope you all enjoyed this Moon in Taurus weekend as we go into Moon in Gemini, I think on Monday, which we'll talk about soon. Oh, Pluto return started? Yes. 2.5 years of crazy, child. And you all heard Biden allegedly, or well, not even allegedly, he has the virus, so we might have to talk about him soon. My husky will whimper and cry bloody murder to get me to pay attention to her. Aw. That's cute. Well, if you're just coming in, once again, make sure you like the video. Earlier, we talked about, I went to go see the movie Nope, which, by the way, once again, I will be posting a full review on my second YouTube channel in a few hours, Lamarr Does Life. Also, I will be uploading my review of RuPaul's Canada's Drag Race Episode 2, Season 3, most likely in a few hours as well, or later today. So look out for a double upload on my second YouTube channel here, alright? And of course, make sure, I was looking at my look yesterday. I liked my look yesterday a lot. I love the pink. The pink here on the eyes really slayed. I love yesterday's look. So, I was looking for some inspiration for today's look. I tried to switch it up a little bit, give it a little bit less, maybe slutty and a bit more classy today. Alright? Although I like slutty too, you know. I'm not a slut, but I like to look like it. Okay? Lamarr is not a slut, and neither is Nucleo Patra. period. Alright? Okay. So thank you, JJ, for your donation. JJ wants to know, will I run into a certain Aquarius guy in September? Yeah, 3 hours. We were on for 3 hours last night. Will JJ run into a certain Aquarius guy in September? Will JJ run into a certain Aquarius guy in September? By the way, love your look. Thank you. Hi, Lamarr. My phone went dead. Did you see RuPaul on the gayer news? No, what's going on with RuPaul? Uh-oh, what's wrong with RuPaul? Alright. Will JJ Rodriguez run into a certain Aquarius person in September? Yes, slutty. I get the 5 of Pentacles. Could you run into this person? I get the 3 of Swords. I get the Death card. To be honest, I'm not seeing it so far, but I'll pull a few more cards. I get the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like maybe you could run in the same areas or places, and you may hear about this guy being in certain places. But I get the Devil card, so I feel like maybe you could just miss each other, kind of thing, or you may just not run into each other. All right, you may. I don't know what's the context of this situation. If you want to meet this person, you may have to make plans with them or reach out to them directly. I get the High Priestess, though, so I feel like maybe at the last minute, Spirit kind of gives you a ding, and it's like, go here, because maybe they'll be here today, or something like that. So, maybe at the last moment, but I don't see immediately, you running into them. Nothing, he was on Jimmy Kimmel last night with Michelle. I just love his giggle. I know, I love RuPaul's laugh. It's fun. It makes you laugh. Thank you, Sosindula, for your donation. Sosindula's question is, how would the job at H be different from my, current job? How would the job at H be different for Sonia? Thank you, Freeze Cheese. How would the job at H be different for Sonia? No, I haven't watched it, Jennifer, but I'm going to have to watch it. I love, not with y'all sending last minute questions. Child, I love RuPaul. I get the 2 of Swords. How would it be different? And my camera's about to die, so. I get the Sun card, which is a yes card. New beginnings, new opportunities. It could be different in terms of new beginnings and new opportunities. The 10 of Pentacles could show it bringing in more money. Thank you to whoever just donated for another question. I get the 3 of Swords, so there's definitely going to be aspects of it, most likely, that you're not going to like as well. And I get the 10 of Swords, so positive could be it brings in new money, or more money, or new beginnings, or other opportunities. I get the Emperor, maybe the negative is work environment, or something like that. Alright. So let's get to these super chats, and then we'll get to the last Cash App, and then I think we're going to close donations for the night. So Freeze Cheese question is, okay, sorry, my camera's about to die. So Freeze Cheese wants to know, does my friend named Marcelo want to be more than friends? How does he feel about me? How does Marcelo feel about Freeze Cheese? Does Marcelo want to be more than friends with Freeze Cheese? You should watch the old videos of RuPaul's friends. Oh yeah, I've watched those videos before. Yeah, I watched some of those videos. The beginning RuPaul looks so different than, how RuPaul looks now. I get the 2 of Swords. How does this person feel about you? I get the 4 of Cups. I get the Strength card, so maybe he feels like you definitely are a good parent or something like that. He could feel like you're someone that does well for yourself. However, I get the Ten of Swords, so there may be certain things as well that he may not necessarily want to deal with or not know how to deal with in terms of what you're going through or dealing with. I get the Magician, so I feel like this person could be very helpful, Marcelo, and can be of an assistant in your life in some way, shape, or form, or of assistance in your life. Do they want to be more than friends? I don't necessarily see that. I get the Ace of Swords. I feel like this person does care about you, but I don't know if they see you as more than just a friend right now. Alright? Alright, Jessica's question is next. Does Zaddy think about me? Does Zaddy think about Jessica? Does Zaddy think about Jessica? Yes, I'm a mother to a little boy, and he's a great friend. I just hope he didn't want more. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, you're welcome. Okay. Does Zaddy think about you? I get the Eight of Pentacles. Zaddy could definitely be someone who's a hard worker, who kind of keeps their head low to the ground and focuses on what's ahead of them. I get the Sun card, though. So the Sun card is a yes card. I do think they think about you. Or Zaddy thinks about you. They could have fond memories about you or with you. I get the Judgment card, so they may also wish or hope that they hear from you again or run into you again as well. Or they may even pray or something like that, or hope, literally hope out loud that they do. Zaddy. Yes, Zaddy. Okay, yes. I get the Nine of Cups. So, I do think they think about you, alright? I get the Three of Cups. I feel like they would be open to reconnecting as well, to be honest with you. Let's pull one last card. However, I get the Three of Swords, so maybe there could be a little bit of a lingering ping or pang. Maybe, I don't know if you two have had like a toxicity between you at some point, or what the last time you two talked, what that entailed, alright? So, let's go ahead. I hope that made sense, Jessica. Let's get to the last question of the night. Sonia's last question, and then we're closing donations for the night. No more donations. Alright. I'm going to sign off. My camera's about to die, child. I've got other content to post. So, Queen Shay's question is, would it be a good idea to reach out to Anthony? Would it be a good idea for Queen Shay to reach out to Anthony? Would it be a good idea for Queen Shay to reach out to Anthony? Would it be a good idea for Queen Shay to reach out to Anthony? What do you have to say about this, Spirit? I get the Justice card. The Justice card can speak of balance. The Justice card can speak of fairness. It can speak of truth coming to light. I get the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, female or feminine energy. I get the King of Cups, who could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it looks like that's the Taurus symbol. So I'm not sure if that's you or Anthony. I get the Five of Pentacles. Would it be a good idea to reach out to Anthony? I think it depends on why you're reaching out to Anthony. I think it depends on whether or not you both want the same things, with the Judgment card or the Justice card coming out. Whether or not you reaching out to him would be fairness or something like that. Alright. Zaddy. I thought I pronounced it right. Zaddy. Zaddy. I'm not sure. Anyways, I get the King of Pentacles. So, I don't know. I get a couple people here. Would it be a good idea for you to reach out to Anthony? Once again, it depends on the context. Maybe this is Anthony if he's a Taurus, but I get other people around this situation. So I'm not sure if you're both in different relationships or what. But, that's going to be my answer. I feel like he may or may not respond. The last card I get is the Three of Swords, so I would only reach out. I would only reach out if you are okay with maybe not getting the response you want, Queen Shay. Nucleo doesn't need rest for sure. Yeah, I need to go eat. Alright, you guys, you're welcome, Lady Shay. I'm going to go eat. I have not eaten all day, and I answered everyone's questions, so you guys definitely kept Cleopatra busy. Alright, I will see you guys next week. You'll probably see Lamarr tomorrow, but you will probably see me, Cleopatra, next week. So I will see you all next week. Or if I come back tomorrow, you know I didn't finish all the work I was meant to do today, and we'll just see how that goes. Alright? Alright. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. This has been so fun. Let me just do a double check and make sure I didn't miss any donations. Alright. Well, I know, right? We've been so busy. But this was a really good live. This was very fun, as always. Then yeah, I think we're good on the questions. Alright. Alright, you guys, thank you all for listening and watching. This has been fun. This has been Cleopatra. She is out. And catch me over on Lamar's second channel, Lamarr Does Life. I'll be reviewing the movie Nope by Jordan Peele. And I'll also be reviewing Canada's Drag Race Season 3, Episode 2. Alright? So look out for those videos. I love you all. Bye.